Basement Bookers Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most predictable predictions episode, I think, in the year of our Lord 2026. Jerry here with Rich the Riz, the most rizzest, baldest man tonight. You might ask yourself, where's the championship? It's here. I feel like recently I've been getting a lot of feedback that my space is a bit distracting.
Hmm.
So I've decided to remove myself from the universe. So I am now existing currently outside of your universe. This also, no, I am not in the WWE universe. I mean, outside of the universe that all exists. I'm now outside of that. I don't know how I got here. I willed myself here, and that's
That
just
explains the
the end
lack
of it.
of everything around you. The
Honestly,
nothingness.
I've never felt better. This is the best thing to ever happen to me. So,
Hmm.
me being outside of your universe does not stop me from showing up to Elimination Chamber. I predict under protest. This card is not worth me fighting. However, as your fighting champion, I've already won. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
It's an injury? Oh, sorry. Wrong line.
No. Rich, that's not funny. Okay, a man, Bronson Reed. A lot of times in life, you're going to have that Drew McIntyre moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to specify because if I specify, just shows that I am a symptom. One of the people that CM Punk calls mentally ill. The people that Jacob Fatu says need to shut up and just enjoy the show. Uh,
uh,
but you know what? Randy Orton, he hears voices in his head, and he is the most Elimination Chamber matches, getting the show um, back on track here. So, Rich, I guess maybe since I said Randy, we should talk about the men's Elimination Chamber and how Cody Rhodes walks out with his first Elimination Chamber victory, I think.
it's funny you say that because what I'm thinking is, how could anyone not pick Cody Rhodes here?
Look,
Like,
I'm
okay,
looking at the. Yes, yes,
they
yes, please.
could, they could do something different. I just don't see them though, like giving us Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at Mania or LA Knight, yeah, versus Drew McIntyre at Mania. It's not.
Look, Rich Torres, I'm glad you mentioned Drew McIntyre because remembered my original point that I have to now make here and recover it. Otherwise, I have to do it in post. I had a Drew McIntyre moment.
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna say. I felt Drew McIntyre said something, and I felt that. I felt that when Bronson Reed had his mishap. I felt the Drew McIntyre rise up inside of me. And I had to stuff that MFer down, okay? Because
Mm.
that's some dark stuff, all right? Honestly, I was pressured by poor booking, but yes, Rich, I'm sorry to go on with your point. I couldn't
But
lose it. I had the fish in my hand.
yeah, so like I think they're going to stick with their proven commodities here. Not to say Randy Orton's not a proven commodity. However, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre is proven box office because it's a little more questionable as to who would win. It's a more heated rivalry that already exists, whereas Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, you got a little building to do. LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre, you got building to do. And I think that after the failed Jey Uso experiment that I will reference every time this comes up, they are playing it safe this WrestleMania. They're going to build a card that they know that most people will want to see. Remember,
There's
tickets
no
were
space to
discounted
eat
for the
inside the
first time
pod,
ever.
right?
There is. Maybe
Shit.
a little mini yeet, depending on.
Apparently, they changed the time to 4:30 Pacific for
Yeah, I think.
WrestleMania.
Oh, for Mania.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so that's 7:30 here.
I think. Okay, back to the chamber. So is like that's it? You're just Cody
Yeah,
here. I
Cody.
don't.
Yeah, it's just Cody.
All right, yeah, this is gonna be a quick and easy. Next, speaking of quick and easy, no disrespect to Finn Balor, who's friend of the show. Balor Club, SmackDown Worldwide. The OGs know. The OGs know.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't winning that thing
Nah.
unless you're gonna just hand it back to Punk. You can't show the people, here you go, guys. You're getting Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, and then all of a sudden, sorry guys, we decided that it's gonna be Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns, and it's like, yes, you're gonna sit here now, be like, hey, why that wouldn't be so bad. You don't really think that. Well, you get to WrestleMania, and that's your main event. You're gonna be like, we could have had Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. So, I think I am most definitely going with Punk, and I don't do this because I want to. I want to win, and there's no charity in predictions. Finn Balor worked hard all his life to get where he's at. I'm just telling you. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Yeah. Same thing. They're not gonna change it to Finn. I think maybe Judgment Day is gonna try and help, and there will be some sort of mix up, some missteps, and they're gonna accidentally screw him out of the title, and then we're gonna get like maybe Finn versus Dom at Mania for the IC title.
Wow. Maybe it's like maybe I want that belt now. It's a good yeah, sure, I like it.
You
All right,
you
so
you
yeah,
screwed me out of a belt. Now I'm taking your belt.
yeah, or like it could have been like he goes to they're all in the clubhouse and Dom's like, "Did you hear that? Pierce says I gotta defend my Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania."
Mm.
And then you can either do it's a mystery opponent,
Mm-hmm.
or and it's a mystery opponent, and the mystery opponent is Finn Balor,
Mm-hmm.
or you'd be like, "Oh, I know, Dom, because I'm your opponent,"
Mm-hmm.
and then he just storms out, and then it's Dominic Mysterio looking at everybody like, "Is he serious?" Like that, and then it'll go to commercial or something.
Or it could be one of those things where Dom's like, "You're gonna let me win, right?" And Finn's like, "Yeah, sure, brother. Sure."
You have to think that Dominic Mysterio is an idiot for him to say something so stupid. If he said that, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you're just
Have you
asking
seen
for
how they've
Finn
been
Balor
writing
to.
him?
Yeah, but like, what must he think of Finn Balor to even suggest that he's not going out there to win?
He's gonna
That's
try.
very interesting.
Dom can come to Finn and be like, "Listen, it doesn't matter who wins because the title stays in the Judgment Day, so it may
So
as
if
well
it
just
doesn't
stay on
matter
me."
who, so if it doesn't matter who wins, why should it be him?
Because
Would
we don't
probably be
have to
the
fight
argument.
about it. I already have the title. Why would he fight? You just let me win. Pierce gets what he wants, and Judgment Day keeps the title.
No, but then okay, so we fight, best man wins, and that's the champion. If you can't defend your championship, then why do you have it? Could be his argument, and it's still in the club. I don't understand what the issue is.
Yeah, they're
Everybody's gonna have an equal stake. Either
mhm.
him, he just wants. That's what I'm saying. Like that's how I would argue it. Were I the character?
Yeah. There's a few ways they could go with it. Um, they really haven't shown Dom as being intelligent, other than him being crafty when it comes to cheating. So
It's
he
one
could.
thing to be crafty when it comes to cheating,
Mhm.
and another thing to be rest of the world intelligent.
I know.
Like you know how to get your advantage, right?
Mhm.
But you could use it in a limited. I don't know how stealing a ring bell hammer is going to help you outside in the world. I think we should
Ring.
talk about the women's championship match here, the
All
Intercontinental
right.
Championship match, since
Mhm.
we've all but decided the future. I just want to mention something because I think it's funny that you mentioned this whole Judgment Day dissension. I mentioned to you that in 2K25, which I've been playing a lot of lately in my universe mode, long story short for the people, Alba Fire has a faction. She's got, because Isla Dawn's still in the game, that's before they fired her. It's Isla Dawn, it's Sonya Deville, it's Gigi Dolan, and Kathy Kelly is the manager. I think I'm
Nice.
forgetting somebody. But so I just formed the group. And
Mhm.
not two shows later, 2K's AI decides, oh yeah, Chelsea Green
Mhm.
decides that my Alba Fire, the leader of this faction, Bad Girls Club,
Mhm.
don't ask, the leader of this faction to defend her world championship against Chelsea Green. In my corner is Sonya Deville. In her corner is Isla Dawn, who is like my best friend,
Mhm.
okay, and Gigi Dolan. And I was talking to my wife about it. In my mind, I booked why this shit booking happened.
Mhm.
They decided, listen, a lot of times these groups, it comes a point where they start to fight each other for the belt. They're gonna covet it. I'm the champion right now. This is what we're gonna do. At Backlash, you guys get together. Whoever you pick, that's your champion. You're behind them. You want to give them the support. Whoever wants me to stay champion, be in my corner, and whoever thinks it should be some new blood, you can be in the other corner.
Mhm.
And if I win, then Chelsea, she's my number one guy. She's next. Like how Roman was talking about Jay.
Mhm.
How about you could be the next tribal chief? Like, but secretly, which is secret and seriously together, secretly, Chelsea, Alba, by the way, I won the match. So Alba Fire is saying, keep your friends close, keep your enemies close, like, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So
Mhm.
she keeps an eye on Chelsea. Chelsea thinks she's next, so she's not gonna have her guard up all that much. And then it's like boom, and there's gonna be weirdness, between wow, Isla Dawn really like she's like her best friend, and she backed Chelsea in this
Mhm.
coup. And Gigi's new. She's young. She's just gonna go where she thinks, because that's why there's more on that side. She's gonna go where she thinks it's gonna be fine.
Mhm.
But I won, and now the faction's cool. You'll still have the dramas. Like, is she? Is she not? Like, is she gonna? You know what I'm saying? I thought that
Mhm.
was pretty cool. So
It's
I
cool.
think too much about these things, even when I'm playing the game. Like, I figure
Mhm.
out the angle. Like, why is this match happening?
Like that's something that a faction that they could do with a faction like that is showing some dissension. Like Pierce could make a match something like Dom versus Finn for the IC title, just because he sees what's going on and he's tired of having them all like help Dom win. Be like, all right, you're facing him now for the IC title, and you know what? Everyone that is not Judgment Day is banned from ringside. You guys are good, and
Oh,
then
I
that
don't.
also
I
and then would prompt Dom to try and recruit people to be in his corner, and Finn would be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, do I not get anyone in my corner that can spread the dissension?" But you know what? They could use that to their advantage. They'll have an actual match, but regardless, the title stays within Judgment Day.
All right. So I don't think it has to be that complicated to start it. You could just do that. It's box office.
Mm,
It's Finn Balor who's just failed to capture the world title,
mm-hmm,
fired up, challenging Dominic Mysterio, who from um your story beat costs Finn Balor the match at Elimination Chamber. So
mm-hmm.
he wants what Dom's got.
Yeah.
And that's the box office. Also, it'll annoy Dominic Mysterio. Pierce doesn't care for the Judgment Day. So if this gets rid of the Judgment Day, he's
Mm-hmm,
fine with that. Like,
mm-hmm,
I would start, I would, you know what? I just got to brainstorm. And I know that I'm yelling at myself from the past is yelling at my future self. He would hate. He would hate what I've become because I think you need a devious, super intelligent, but you can foil him, a heel authority figure. We need to come back. And I'm thinking like you can have like these things happening with the Vision and Pierce, you can have all that be calculated. You could have it
mm,
where all after so after the bullshit that Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman pulled,
mm-hmm,
how do you think that makes Pierce look? You know what I mean? We all just glossed over. Let's think about this if this was real. Like how much of a fool he was made out of by Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins by faking this.
mm-hmm,
They got a doctor, apparently, Pierce is a laughing stock and it breaks him. So
mm-hmm.
all these things happening to the Vision, you could try to make it go back to Pierce. It'd be interesting. And it's like, yeah, it was me because you're gonna learn your place around here. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
in charge. Those kinds of things.
And he could even say that like that's how he gains control of because Raw was out of control with the Vision running roughshod. And how does he gain control of Raw again? By joining the Vision and just controlling everything. And
I
if he's
would
part of the
go.
Vision, then it's his guys running roughshod. So he's in control.
I would. I would go even further.
Mm-hmm.
I would have Logan Paul taken out.
Logan.
Either Logan Paul or Theory, but one of them is working with Pierce. And
Mm.
then Pierce destroys them. You give Pierce, like, I don't know if you got anybody you're trying to move up or push from like NXT. You know how they have like the security guards? Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't give them jobber security guards. You give him legit monster security guards. So like
Mm-hmm.
he'll have his own muscle. And not just men, women, some women too,
Mm-hmm.
to deal with the women on the shows as well. You could have like it could be interesting because then it's like he's got muscle to also deal with it. It's like whoever the person was that helped him, he takes them out last.
Mm.
It's just his vendetta against Paul Heyman. And then you can just flip it around where Heyman's got to put together a team.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you end the angle, however they decide to angle it, you have whatever Pierce's team is versus the other team. And like the baby faces will win and the all is right in the land or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. The I don't know, whatever. Uh
That sounds cool. Real quick, you know what's kind of crazy? how
What?
all three original members of the Vision are hurt, and they all got hurt in the order that they joined the Vision.
That's right. That's right.
That's
So that
that's
means Logan. That
crazy.
means Theory's next then.
Yeah, because Logan Paul's not really in the Vision.
Yeah. So Theory would be next, and Logan would be the one that we found out was helping, and then Pierce takes him out with his guy. He'll be the
Mm,
last guy to get taken out, and it'll be like an inopportune moment, like maybe Logan Paul has a world title match, and they screw him.
mm.
Um, but yeah, that was a whole lot right there. So I
Yeah,
apologize.
this injury bug is rough.
Yeah, I hope Bronson Reed gets well soon and gets back out there as soon as possible. We're pulling for you, buddy. But take all
Minimum,
the time you need. I
according
mean,
to
every minute.
mm,
Go home and be a family man, Bronson Reed. Be a family man. All right. So let's get on with it.
yeah,
Another predictable. Not this is a variable. I'm gonna say, and I've been saying, for some of you, this might be your first episode. Welcome. Becky Lynch should not lose this match. Becky Lynch should win. Becky Lynch should beat AJ Lee at Elimination Chamber. AJ hasn't been in a singles match in 10 years. She's made Becky tap at the Chamber, and I believe in the mixed tag team match. So I think it's time for Becky to get the win back on AJ. I don't know if I'm gonna. Maybe Natty might get involved in that somehow. I hope, but it looks to me that it's gonna be Becky either way. Still your Intercontinental Champion.
yeah. There is kind of a slim chance that they can give it to AJ, only to flip it back, only to yada yada, make a multi-woman match at Mania for the IC title.
Is that your
Um,
prediction, Rich Derez, or are you
it's not.
filibustering as usual?
I am pontificating.
Oh,
Ah. Um, because really, right now, if they're gonna swerve us, I like to say not now's the time, but no, the time should be Mania. But like they could swerve us now. I don't think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be Becky. Becky in AJ Lee's hometown wins, retains IC title.
yeah. If you think about it, if Becky's the greatest of all time,
It's
and
not just her
she's
saying
not
that.
just saying that, yeah, whatever, okay, then and AJ beats her, then she's just a liar, and
Mhm.
she'll be even more unhinged. So I don't need that in my life. I really don't.
Mhm.
Let's go to the women's. This one's a little bit more difficult, but not so much. It's already almost WrestleMania season. I don't look. It's Tiffany Stratton is my pick. I picked Tiffany Stratton because like it's for Jade's title. Unless they do something cool and have Rhea Ripley win and do Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
But I have a feeling, Rhea does have the tag titles, so like maybe she doesn't need because I don't think Tiffany Stratton's title reign got a fair shake if I'm being honest. So do I want to see Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania? I don't know, honestly. I say all these things, but you know what? WrestleMania might rule ass. It might not, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Tiffany Stratton for my pick with the runner up. Just if it's not her, I think it would be Rhea, but I do pick Tiffany Stratton.
Mhm.
Or you could do I don't know what the female equivalent of David would be versus Goliath for Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill. Alexa Bliss, friends, with Charlotte Flair,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's Alexa going for gold. Can
Hmm.
Alexa can she defy the odds and beat Jade Cargill? She's small. You're going to want to root for her. But Tiffany's yet to get a rematch for her title. Um, I don't know. I'd give it to her if you're trying to build her up. Giving her an Elimination Chamber win wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. I'm going to contradict myself here real quick. Because I've been saying all along that they're going to go with their proven commodities going into Mania. They're not going to risk. They're not going to take any chances. That
You
said,
mean they're not going to gamble if you're going to
right?
keep doing the freaking.
Yeah, they're not going to roll the dice. Yeah,
Oh
you
my
know.
God. All right, you got the last word in. Jesus.
But of all the women in the Elimination Chamber match, there's only one that's not part of a tag team in some form or another, and that's Tiffany Stratton. Now, could they give the chamber to Rhea Ripley and have a multi-tag? They're going to have a women's multi-tag at Mania, by the way. It's just what they're going to do. Have a multi-women's tag team title match night one of Mania, and then have Rhea face Jade night 2 for the women's title.
Well, that's good value. You get Rhea Ripley on both nights.
You get Rhea both nights. You could split the difference, have the tag match be a grueling but successful title defense, and then night 2, Jade takes advantage of a weakened, not 100% Rhea Ripley to retain. They could do that. But that's probably just another instance of me overbooking.
That could work for Alexa, Asuka,
Mm-hmm.
and Raquel Rodriguez in your analogy.
It really could, but of all of them,
I was just thinking that because they're also half of a tag team.
but a money match, there are two possible money matches here.
But do you spend Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill on this WrestleMania, or do you wait till Saudi? Which is the next one, I think. I think it's Riyadh, right?
Yeah, next Mania is in Saudi Arabia. There's no so we don't know what the roster is going to look like next year.
No shit, dude.
though to be fair, I can't really see. I think
That's not the point.
yeah, Blake Monroe is the biggest female name that is in NXT at the moment. Like, I feel like JC Jane, Fallon Henley's, and such.
What's this
Thea
got to
Hales
do with the
not moving
main
the
event
needle.
of WrestleMania next
I'm not.
year?
What I'm
Please.
saying is there's no real reason for them to not do the same match next year. I'm not saying they should, but they
I
could.
can't believe you advocated for the same match next year.
I'm
What's
not
wrong?
saying
Why? Why would you
I
do that
didn't
to me?
say they
After
should.
after what we went through it twice in a lifetime, you hypocrite. You
This is
damned hypocrite.
this isn't one guy coming out of retirement and one guy looking at retirement down the road, you know?
Yeah, but just imagine you get to go to WrestleMania and I gotta watch the same match I saw fucking last year.
They did it with H and
It's
Taker.
it's
They did
bad
it
enough
Michaels
that
and
the main
Taker.
event is just a jumble of last year's main event. With some exceptions.
You know, they're in the same place. I think they're trying to just rewrite last year's Mania.
I think you should work for TKO and help them come up with even more ways to disappoint people. That's their plan. This was The Rock's evil plan, and he's getting paid millions of dollars. You know what? I'm beginning to think that John Cena's heel character is based on the real Rock. The real Rock was so upset with the fans for costing him Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania that he vowed to kill professional wrestling. This is all
I'm gonna kill it.
if you guys are making fun of, I need to follow the money. Look into it. Look at how much money The Rock is making hand over fist. Look at how bad things have been since he decided to fuck off and make shit movies. Like, like I'm talking about after the story was over, after the finish the story.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, you know what? I guess it would be technically Elimination Chamber when John Cena turned heel.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the 4D chess we're missing. John Cena's secret ingredient to the character was The Rock. Like The Rock actually wanted to kill it, and he's doing a great job. Like you know what? I don't even know. I can't prove it, but I know The Rock's behind this. And you know what else? Maybe CM Punk, maybe Phil is right that this shit has broken my brain. My brain is broken with how I have to sit there sometimes and just pretend that I am enjoying something. And it sucks. It's a rare occasion where it's like, oh, this is pretty fun. And now it's just like, boy, this is a shit pudding. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of, no, give them a break. They're working really hard. They're working less harder than they were before. And no, I'm not saying, look, it's better to have a better work-life balance. I know that's great. I just feel like it feels like there's a lot of complacency
Yeah.
going around in the WWE. Yeah, and it's not just that. It's the fact that there are some people out there that think that you should be able to eat people's time away. And if you have a problem with that, you need to just shut up and enjoy it. Let me tell you something, okay? I can't be at every Raw to enjoy the eating. I can't get into the vibe you want me to get into because I live in Brooklyn, okay? And the tickets out here are expensive. You guys you guys make it more expensive. So how am I supposed to go enjoy eating when I'm at home and I'm at home and I'm watching a Netflix? I shouldn't have to change the channel. It should be for everyone.
Mhm.
Do it during the commercial break. Just do it during the commercial break. Every once in a while, it's live. You don't have to run it back. You don't have to run it back. And I swear, every time I get off here and I'm like, you know what? And the running gag on the show is, I'm not going to make fun of Jey Uso. I'm not saying anything bad about Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso is really nice because I know it gets to him. It gets to him, and he doesn't know how to not. And it gets him so upset. He goes to his family members, and that's why they're always running to defend him. He cries to CM Punk. That's why CM Punk has to say Jey Uso's phenomenal. I don't trust I don't trust a word out of Phil's mouth. There's nothing punk rock about CM Punk, all right? And he is corporate. He's a stooge. He'll do what cuz if I would too. He's getting that's two income house getting millions of dollars. Good on you, bro. Keep robbing TKO blind because you know damn well you're not even worth that much money. And how many years exactly do we have out of UCM Punk? How many years do we have? What? 2 years? 3 years? Can you go 2 years without injuring yourself? God, I hope so, because that would really screw things up, wouldn't it? But you don't care about that, Phil. You only give a shit about what CM Punk needs and what CM Punk wants. And CM Punk wants you to eat. CM Punk wants you to consume product. Shut up, consume product, and enjoy it. Well, guess what, Jay? There's a hair in my fucking soup. I want it sent back to the kitchen. I want an apology from the fucking staff. And I want a new bowl of soup, motherfucker. So anyway, I think Jay Uso's a nice guy. I think he's a really,
That was
really
great.
nice guy. So,
Oh, ooh.
anywho, where were we? Is that it?
So the short answer is Tiffy.
All right, great. So now it's time for the
Nah.
tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. I got my time locked in.
My tiebreaker is 34 minutes. Locking it in. I'm really wondering what you got.
28. Not far off. I feel like it's kind of safe in case there's a chamber main event, or if it's not, it could kind of go either way.
You mean like Finn Balor versus CM Punk?
Mm-hmm.
You think that could main event Elimination Chamber?
It could. They're probably going to bookend, but I don't know that they're going to want. I mean, it's only 4 matches.
I went
Are they
in
gonna add a
assuming it
match?
was the Chamber.
Mm.
I don't think so. I mean, they could, but I don't think so. This looks like the right amount of matches for a typical WWE card.
Yeah. Like, they don't want to. I'd like to say they don't want to overload, but I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. Running it down, though, real quick. For the men's Elimination Chamber match, we both have Cody Rhodes. For the women's, we both have Tiffany Stratton. For Becky versus AJ for the IC title, we both have Becky. Punk versus Finn for the world title, we both have Punk, the corporate man Punk. And tiebreaker time, because we're going to need it. I got 28 minutes. Jared's got 34 minutes.
Boy, what a contest. That Elimination Chamber is gonna be. I hope everybody enjoys the chamber. I hope it's good, but we need to make one more prediction. This doesn't get any points because it's what's in the box. Like, what do we think
It's
in a crate?
It's not Sting.
Well, you have to give an answer though, because I've been seeing things just thrown around, things from Danhausen to Chris Jericho. But it's like, why would you mail somebody all this distance? Like for Danhausen, I get it. But Chris Jericho, he's like a musician and a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been on Dancing with the Stars, I think.
Yeah.
He's been, he's world famous.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in movies, So I don't think he'd be traveling in a crate.
Nah. So it's probably Jericho. But if they
Unless
want
it's his
to,
stuff. You think Jericho's in a crate?
or it could be his jacket on a pedestal.
Oh yeah, like I was saying. Okay,
Kinda thing.
whatever.
Or
Jacket,
they could
clipboard, Geritron. Yeah.
they could swerve us and have it be like Ethan Page. Could be Ricky Saints.
I think if you're doing this, if this is like another mystery box that you're doing on your Elimination Chamber, especially what happened at the last Elimination Chamber, you might want to make it something really, really good. And I don't know if Ethan Page qualifies as really, really good. They're in Chicago, right? All right, Chicago.
Yep.
Chicago. Okay. They could always throw in a Obafemi beats up a guy match. That can always be added to
or a tag team. Former tag
Obafemi
champs.
versus Kit Wilson. You could do. That could be pretty quick. It's just to see him do a strut, and you could do that between matches or something.
Oh.
You don't get to do that. You don't even like it. Remember?
Things growing on me because it's fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't
maybe
it doesn't look intimidating, but it seems fun.
I think if he was coming towards me like that, I'd be pretty intimidated. I'm not ashamed to say that. I think I would be pretty intimidated.
Yes, but I'm not a wrestler.
Well, I can't argue with you. So I think we'll leave it at that. I guess I can't argue with you. We did our
All right.
predictions, you know.
There you go. So let us know what you think is going to happen at the chamber. What's in the box? All right. As always, we know that more than 69% of you not subscribed. Do us a solid. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. It'll help us out a whole lot. We're working towards that first goal of 500 subscribers. We
I
really
was
love
thinking
to have you.
5,000 subscribers. So,
5,000, 5 million. But let's
yeah.
get to 500 first.
5 million, bro. Like, I think Mr. Beast has like 3 million or something. You talking about 5 million? Okay. All right.
All right. And as always, Joe's got a party message.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall, so make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Booker.